Hey, there's a new way to ship postcards. Have you heard? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ken here. Have you heard there's a new way to ship postcards? You know, the old way, the PWE method, which some people still use, and I used it for over a year. It's a good method, but now there's a way that you can actually ship first-class mail, letter mail, postcards with tracking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on the computer and I'm going to introduce you to eBay's new tracking system called eBay Standard Envelope. So let's go to the computer right now. Okay guys, here we are inside eBay and inside the computer. And this is the page that governs the eBay Standard Envelope section. Okay, there's a link to it in the description. And basically what it is just a program that eBay came up with in January of this year to help trading card sellers ship their trading cards, and they could ship them first class with tracking. Because originally, when I first started in this, you had to either ship it first class parcel package and include shipping, because there's no way that it would go through USPS regular mail, or you had to ship it using the PWE method, which is plain white envelope. You had to attach your own postage and your own labels and all that, and you could send it, and that worked. And I used that system for over a year. But what happened was there was no USPS tracking, of course, on that kind of first-class mail. So you never know, whether it got there or not. The only way you would know is if somebody, a buyer left you feedback. But now with eBay Standard Envelope, this is a system where, like I said, they started it in January, and it was originally started with trading card sellers, people that sold like sports trading cards, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, that kind of thing. And they said, if it's successful, we're going to graduate it to postcard sellers. And that's what they recently did. And I've been using it now since the end of April. I think I've shipped out about 30 cards. I've never had any problems. It does have tracking. Now, I have to say that it's not USPS tracking. That's important to realize. Okay, if you try to take the tracking code and put it in USPS, it's going to look at you like you've got three heads. It'll come up something like invalid. So the way you track it is through eBay. Okay, but this is the page that the envelope description, the eBay Standard Envelope System description is on. Let me scroll down here a little bit. And this basically gives you just a brief overview of what it is, lower cost way to help ship small, lightweight items, including tracking. They've updated this now. As you can see right here, it says it's included with postcard sellers. Okay, because originally it was just trading cards. And now it's postcards and stamps and other type of what they call ephemera, paper products. And if you go down here, this kind of gives you a brief overview of the weight requirements, because they do have weight requirements. For like a single postcard, it's up to 1 ounce, and it will only cost you 51 cents instead of the normal 55. Up to 2 ounces is 71 cents instead of 75, and up to 3 ounces is 91 cents instead of maybe 95 or 97 cents. Something like that. And this kind of gives you an idea of how it works right here. And it says list your item, create the listing for your trading cards, like in eBay, like you would normally do. And this says trading cards, of course, but it graduated to postcards. And then you ship your item using, you go use the label system through eBay, just like you normally would shipping any other item. You just got to make sure that you choose eBay Standard Envelope, and you have to make sure all your parameters are right, and your weights are right, and your thickness is right, because they do have requirements for that, minimum, maximum requirements. And when you get into that platform, when you get into that part of the label creation, it'll give you a little red icon, like a warning that says, hey, make sure you check to make sure it's within these requirements and everything, and you can check that if you want. I use a 4.5 by 6.5 envelope through EcoSwift. Never had a problem with it. I print the label at about 80%, so it just barely fits inside the envelope. And all it is, guys, is just you're printing a label, and on that label you have your return address, you have the recipient's address, the buyer's address, and you have the postage. And let me just cut away just for a second to show you what a label actually looks like. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, this is what a eBay standard envelope label looks like. As you can see, it has, now I've blurred out certain parts of this for privacy reasons. Obviously, I don't want to give out the buyer's address. This was actually an order I got this morning. And you can see in the left top corner that it's got my return address, and that's blurred out. But you've got, eBay standard envelope. You've got the tracking number. You've got my user ID name, which is Epic Treasure. And then in the middle, you've got the buyer's name and address. And then in the top right corner, you got 51 cents. And that's what it was. It was one postcard. So it was under 1 ounce. One postcard usually comes under 1 ounce at about 51 cents, something like that. And, all you do is you print that label out in the eBay system. And what I do is I cut it down a little bit, and you peel it off, and you just stick it to the envelope, and you're good to go. Okay? Okay, let's cut back to the computer. And getting back to this part right here, it allows you to monitor your shipment. Now, if you're a seller, all you have to do is go into your orders section, and then there's a drop-down menu that says all orders. I think that's what it says. And you click on that, and it'll give you all your orders, people that have purchased from you. And then you can find that order, and it'll give you a live link. I believe the tracking number starts with ESUS, and then it gives you a number, and you can click on that link, and it will give you the status. In fact, let me show you. Let me just cut away here and show you. This is a graphic that for a previous order that I shipped to Florida. As you can tell, on April 28th, I created the label. Then it went through Springfield, Oregon. It went through Sarasota, Florida. And it got to Sarasota, Florida, delivered. And check this out, guys, right up here. It was accepted on the 29th, and it got delivered on May 3rd. That is 4 days. When I was doing the PWE method, guys, it would take anywhere from 5 to 15 to 25 days to get there. I'm not kidding you. I shipped a card to Florida one time. It took 23 days. I don't know what happened, but my experience with this new system is that my cards are getting there between 5 and 7 days, and sometimes less than 5. I just shipped a card to California. It took 2 days. Okay, now granted, California is the next state next to me, but still, it took 2 days, and it got delivered. And see, as you can tell, if you're checking this on eBay, and that's where you check it, if you're a seller, you go into your order section, and you click on that link, and it'll pop this screen up right here, and it'll give you the status of where your card is at all the way to delivered, which is great. If you're a buyer, you can go into your seller hub, and there's a little drop down that says purchase history, and that's for things you've purchased. As you can see, the tracking number on this is ESUS 43232958. But like I said, you need to remember, this is not, I repeat, not USPS tracking. This is a third-party tracking service, so don't try to pull this into USPS, or it's just gonna laugh at you. Okay, it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do this. Okay, and what this is a barcode scanner, like you saw in the previous photo that I pulled up. It's a different kind of barcode scanner. This is really important that you need to remember. When you're attaching the label, it needs to be in the same direction as the barcode. In other words, the label goes like landscape, or what they call horizontal. That's the way that the barcode goes. It goes this way. Okay, now don't make the mistake of printing a label this way and then printing the barcode this way.
because what it'll happen is it'll go through the scanning machine, but it won't get scanned because the barcode reader won't be able to read it because the barcode only reads this way. Okay, so that's important to realize when you set up your label, you know, through your label printer or whatever, how you ever do it. It has to go in the same direction as the long side of the envelope. You can pull up on this screen right here, you can pull up a PDF template. Let me click on that for a second. And this will show you the kind of size. Like this is the minimum size right here. This is the, what does that say? Can't read sideways. Okay, it says number 10 envelope. And then this would be, I guess, the maximum size. But that kind of shows you what the minimum maximum sizes are. But you can check all that when you print your label, because it'll give you that little red warning that says make sure you're within tolerances. And, you know, the whole thing is, this has been a great way for postcard sellers to actually do free shipping. Because before, like I said, we were doing things like let me show you a second. I was using things like this. These are kind of like stay flats, really thick, really durable, but they wouldn't go through the machines. I would have to ship those with a shipping cost. And then I went to, I should have got one while I was in here. Pardon me, one second. I went to these 4.5 by 6.5 inch envelopes, and these are like cardstock. They're a little bit thicker than paper, and they bend a lot, which means these can go through the machines. I get these from EcoSwift. You can go to ecoswift.com and order them yourself. And yeah, they bend just fine because the post office told me that it has to bend at least 80%, 60 to 80%, so it can go through the machines. And like I said, the barcode has to be this way. Like the envelope is this way, the barcode has to be this way too. Don't make the mistake, like I said, of putting the envelope this way and then putting the barcode this way, you know, because it'll mess everything up. Okay, so I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about you know, the eBay standard envelope service. It's a great way that we can now put tracking on first class mail, and it will track it at eBay for both the buyer and the seller. And that way you can rest assured that, you know, when it gets there, it'll say delivered. And what happens is, you know, if anybody ever comes back to you and says, I never got it, well, you can take a screenshot and say, nope, sorry. This is what it says in the tracking, and says you received it on such and such a date. You can prove that, you know, you received it and everything. So that should set any kind of fear to rest for you. So guys, if you got anything out of this video, make sure you smash that like button. Really helps the channel. I appreciate it. And I guess that's it for now. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.